Guys, when you get flowers and they die like these, don't throw them away. I am going to show you a couple ways that you can keep your flowers in just a couple minutes. Okay, and here is another bouquet. Kind of pitiful now, isn't it? You can use these again for a decor piece, and I want to show you how I'm going to do that. Okay, so I wanted to show you what it looks like now and what we do with it. If you look at these, they still have very vibrant colors. These colors aren't going to go anywhere. Like for instance, this rose, that color is going to pretty much stay like that. These roses will stay like that. This orange will stay like that. Okay, if you have flowers from someone or an event and you somehow want to do something with the flowers and you haven't had time to preserve them the way you might wanted them to look, you know, like freeze dried or something of that nature, there is still something you can do with flowers that have some kind of a memory for you. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take it out of the container and I'm going to cut down the majority of the stems and decide which ones I want stems left on, and I'm going to do this for both bouquets that I've shown you. So that's the first thing I'm going to do, and I'm going to pick out all the flowers that I want to use, and I'll come back and show you which ones those are. Okay, so here's the flowers, and this is all I took from the two bouquets, okay? Now I don't know how this green is going to dry, but the roses are going to be pretty. That carnation will be okay, and these two roses will be okay as well. And then I like this rust color, and I'll probably use that in the fall. These mums, I don't know how these are going to fare, but I'll give it a whirl. And then this little bit of pink baby's breath I thought was cute. So I'm going to let them completely dry now that the stems have been cut, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do with the majority of this. Okay guys, here's another thing you can do with these dried flowers as well. These frames that I got from Dollar Tree with the metal inside of the wood and the little clip that holds it, you can take one of these dried flowers and some baby's breath, and you can just put it into, you can just clip that clip onto the dried out stem, and that is a really cute way. Say your daughter, it was her first prom, or you got flowers that had special meaning to them, you had your baby, you could put a little spray of them onto this, and all you do is you just clip it on right here. You could have a bunch of baby's breath. You could have, here's some more. Right now, see, it just shows a little picture. But these clips are so versatile that you can put whatever you want onto them. But this is another way of displaying your dried flowers. I'm up in the craft room now. Brought up our flowers, and I showed you downstairs how to do this one frame that I got from the Dollar Tree, and all you did is just clip in one of your dried flowers that is important to you or has special meaning. Okay, that's one way you can display it. And if you have more baby's breath, it looks even prettier. I didn't have a lot, but if you have a really nice bulk of baby's breath, it really looks pretty. But this still is pretty. It's very simple, farmhouse, really pretty, and yet you're still able to keep a flower that has special meaning to you. The second one, I'm going to use this little sign, and I got this for, I think it was Valentine's last year. I'm going to turn it over and I'm going to paint it, okay? Just going to use a little bit of gesso. Already painted white here. I think I'm just going to paint the rim of it, and then I got a piece of scrap paper and I'm going to put this one into it, okay? It's just nice when you have flowers and they do have a special meaning, no matter, you know, where you got them. If you want to keep them, is right now it is after 11. Don't know how the lighting is. Okay, so let's just paint just this little rim around, so around the frame. So when you see these, know that you can always turn them around and use the inside, kind of like a shadow box, if you will. I just wanted to show you, I thought, 3 different ways that you could display sentimental flowers. Alright, I'm going to paint the rest of this and then I'll be back. Okay, so I painted the inside and the rim white. I just want to hurry up the process a little bit. Okay. So I painted the little frame. I put my piece of scrapbook paper in there. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this bunch of baby roses, and these were from my kids for Mother's Day. Like I said, if I had baby's breath, I would definitely put some baby's breath in here. Oh, I think it's just going to be this one. And I want to put it in and see how it's going to look when it's standing up. I want some with the leaves because I want a little bit of that green. Now, I could have put some glycerin on these to make them a little more pliable. Yep, that's the way I'm going to do it. So now it's just a matter of putting a little bit of hot glue . Yeah. And I just like that now you have something that was given to you and you can display it again. Okay? And this is very, very minimal as far as any more in the frame. It's just the dried flowers and a little piece of scrapbook paper. This I will put in my living room. You have this one, and the look is entirely different. This is more, to me, it could be farmhouse or shabby chic. This is definitely, to me, farmhouse. The last way I wanted to show you was to put it into an apothecary jar. Okay? And it can be any jar you want it to be. What you can also do is you can get some oil, and you can get these from Bath and Body, or you can get the essential oils and just sprinkle your flowers with it, and then you can put it right in and cover it to keep the scent strong. Or if you have an open potpourri, you can just go by and sprinkle it every so often. Okay? So now it's just a matter of putting these flowers into, ooh, that looks pretty just like that, actually. Huh. Got to be a little bit careful because they're brittle. Oh, that is pretty like that. I think I'm going to leave it like that. Then I could put one down there. Oh yeah, I like that. And here's this one. That looks really pretty. Okay, now these came actually from the rose, and I keep these when I make my fake flowers. Sometimes I'll use these stems. And although these are the same flowers, they really look pretty together. So I'll take you down tomorrow and show you exactly where I'm going to put them. Now I will tell you, purple really dries nice. Depending on the color pink, the outward edges a lot of times turn more of a beige, where this purple, you can see, purple dries a lot prettier than the, now again, like I said, it depends on your pink, but nevertheless, it's still, they're still pretty. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'll fill this one up. And I like this green. I don't know what these are. I thought for sure this was going to fall apart completely, but it didn't. I might keep for something else. And you can take some of the pieces off. I mean, if they're really brown and you don't like them. And then these were those little yellow flowers. These did not dry nice. These didn't dry nice at all. This flower didn't stay nice, right? But you still can use the petals for color in your potpourri. So just because a flower doesn't look good, don't throw it away, because if you're going to display your flowers, whether it be in a potpourri dish, whatever, that is still going to give you color. Now these aren't going to give you anything. I mean, these just, yeah, there's no color. This rust, this will add really nice color. But for what I have done right now, and I'm going to keep those because we'll use them, okay? Like I said, these were for Mother's Day. Some were from my husband, some were from my kids. And all this is 3 of those rosebuds in this little glass. And then you just come in with your oil. I have a whole tin of oils, but I didn't want to get, I didn't have the light on tonight, so I couldn't see what I was doing, so I just got one that was handy. And this is cinnamon and clove. You don't have to use a floral scent. Use whatever scent you want. That's nice. Now, I wouldn't put oil on this because I wouldn't want it to get on the paper. If I wanted to do it, I would have done it before. I didn't, and it's no big deal. Okay? So those are my actually 4 different ways to display flowers that have a meaning and you don't want to part with them, but you don't know what to do with them. If you wanted, you could put a little lace here, tie a little bit of lace, or put some lace or twine around the glass. Okay, so we're back with our flowers, and what I decided to do, guys, I was looking at it, and I was looking at the different ones that I did, and I decided I was going to add a little bit of embellishment to a couple of them. This one I think I'm going to leave just as it is, and this is the Apothecary with the dried rosebuds from my kids for Mother's Day. This one I took a little shadow box that I got from the Dollar Tree, and I turned it and made it a shadow box. Remember, and put in the scrapbook paper and then just glued in some more dried rosebuds. From my husband, some of the flowers that he got me. This one, this particular rose I put on a Dollar Tree, and it just has that little clip, okay? And then I put some baby's breath. But this one I'm going to put a little bit of lace. I decided I'm going to put a little bit of lace right here. And then this one is from my husband as well, from the bouquet. And these dried roses, they were pink. And I'm going to put a little lace around here. So, you know what? I think I'll put twine. I don't know. Let's just wing it, shall we? Let's just do that. I hope everybody's doing well. Leave me a comment below and let me know what you guys have been up to. Look at how that changes it. Makes it very, it makes it more Victorian, shabby chic. Just that little bit of lace. Okay, now look what a little bit of trim will do. I wasn't going to put any on, and then I started thinking about it, and so I was holding up some different trims, you know, and I thought, you know what, I could do it to where I can take it off if I want, but it really does add just that special touch. I think I'm just going to leave it like that, without a bow. Okay. Then this one, I'm just going to put this and again, you'll see. And then this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of twine, because this is more farmhousey to me with this frame. So I'm just going to put this little bit of twine, and what a difference just that little bit of twine makes. I want to keep that leaf there. I like that little hint of green. Look at the difference. Just that little bit of twine. It's crazy. So I'm glad that I decided to put the trim. This one, I'm not going to put anything. I'm going to leave it like it was. Okay? So, I just want to come back and show you that I did decide to put just a little tiny bit of trim, but what I did put, I like it, and it does change it up just a little bit. Guys, remember, guys, take your flowers. I can't stress it enough. If you have flowers from a special occasion, and you don't want to throw them away, you want to use them for something, dry them and put them on frames in apothecary jars Dollar Tree plaques, turn them around and make it a shadow box. This is from the Dollar Tree. Put a little oil on it. Until we get together again, remember the world's a better place because you're in it. Don't ever, ever forget that. Talk to you soon. Bye.